Eccles Stadium in Salt Lake City. It is week 8 of the EA Sports college football season, and the games are getting more intense. It's the Hawks and the Utah Utes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and we are keeping a close eye on the weather, along with help from Holly Rowe.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Now the Hawks offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Going to the ground. Knocked down behind the line, and this defense trying to shut down the running game and set the tone right out of the gate. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now 1 more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Unloads it left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early.
And that right there is a huge reason why this team has a winning record coming into this game. Their defense takes the ball away. And here on the opening drive, you see the athleticism in the back end of the defense, picking it off and putting it in great field position for their own.
Going to the run, it's Parker. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Utes! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll run it. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Rushes on. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The pull and throw off the RPO. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Utah! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Fresh set of downs going up top. Release to the back. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Back to throw, it's Gampier. Working the middle, it's complete.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
The Utes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Motion from the wide receiver. In the red area, it's Parker. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's a give to Parker. Down he goes.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Keeps it himself. Oh, he got loose. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utes! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Here on the Hawks sideline, I can tell you this crowd has played a factor early in this game. On the road, in a hostile environment, they have not been able to get going in this game. They have failed to score, not productive on their early drives, and they are talking about how the crowd noise is impacting them. I see them talk to each other, trying to tighten things up with the line of scrimmage. This is a factor. This crowd is making a big difference here so far. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
They've got to find a way to get this guy into a rhythm. Here we go, starting the game. He's 1 for 7. They've got to find some easy completions, 3-step drops, RPOs, swing passes to the running back, something to get this guy some confidence because he's not playing with any right now.
The Hawks will have it 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. They'll run the screen.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Hawks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The play fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Making the adjustment. We've reached a break. It's Utah holding the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Extending the play. He'll pull it down and run. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there. And he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
The throw, right on the money. Finds a crease at the 20. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points on this drive.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Going for 6. Touchdown, Hawks. Quick strike through the air for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience.
Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And a lot of times the defense is focused on the middle, right? Bring more big bodies into the red zone. Don't let them run the football. Offense tries to do the opposite. Get outside. Get their speeds to the football. Had a little bit of success, but nice job by this defense.
Escapes the pressure going right. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're...
And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Kicking team's got it.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know, if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Into the house. Touchdown, Hawks. Getting set for the point after. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now on first down from the 28. Sells to run, wants to pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. On the move. He'll try to do it himself. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Utes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Now on second down. RPO complete. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs.
You coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Utah! A great catch and run for 6.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw one first. It's complete to the right. Makes the grab, it down immediately. He picks up a few. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. Second down, clock's running.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Out wide left, it's Brown. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. The Hawks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points.
And it's picked off for the third time today. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Just about a half minute to play in the first half. It's 1st and 10. Drops back. It's Stampier. Back's got it on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And they head to the locker room, 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Hawks will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the return, it's Johnson. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
And the Utes will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Fields the punt. Makes a move. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. On the move. Oh, he's got some space.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeps it on the ground. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch right away. They're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to run it. He's knocked down, short game, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, trying to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
To throw, it's Dampier. Good, strong tackle.
And, man, you got to love that from your corner. Willing to pull the trigger right away. Obviously, the running back slips out of the backfield. They throw him the football, but he doesn't waste any time. He doesn't hesitate, pulls the trigger, runs at him, makes the nice tackle, and gets the stop.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Parker.
That's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Utes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Got out of trouble and throws. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. There he goes. At the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Hawks. The defense putting points on the board.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Hey, I know you're down. I think it's always harder when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the 3rd quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Utah has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. Parker again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll get him down after a solid return. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One back in the backfield. He gets to carry. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the productive 1st down play at 2nd and 6. Just feeds the running back. Defense all over him.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against a running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Look out! Going to try to get it himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Holds on, it's Brown. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. The Hawks are marching down the field. They'll go back to the ground. Sees a crease. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves him with second and short. They give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. Moves to his right. Gets rid of it. Complete out of the backfield. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on fourth down does not work. Dropping back, it's Dampier. Fires downfield. It's complete. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. On the option. Keeps it on first down. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Here's Wayshawn one more time. They got it blocked just enough, and a good gain on that run. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Oh, no, the ball popped out. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Utes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Turns it upfield. He stopped just short of his own 20-yard line, but it is enough for the first down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Drops back on first down.
Well, this certainly hasn't been a career day for the quarterback, right? He's thrown a couple of picks, hasn't thrown for a ton of yards, but his team is in position to win this game, and they need him to make plays now, a 2-minute situation, to pull this one out. He's got the talent to do it. Let's find out what he does.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
How about that critical moment in the fourth quarter? He hasn't really had a lot of success on the ground, but you put the ball in his hands. It's a pass play. You want to throw it, but he makes a very good decision. He tucks it. He gets the first down. That's a big-time play in the fourth quarter by this quarterback.
Wants to go up top on second down. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackled in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
Wants to throw on third down. He's taking a deep shot. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Bringing it back. Defense making the play. Hey, never hurts to pad the stat Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.